Hey guys, Random Andrew coming at you from downtownish St. Thomas, Ontario. For those of you who don't know, I do a daily random vlog, just trying to document every single day in my life, whether it be an interesting day or not. And I've been humming and hawing on whether or not to continue this daily documentation of my life. And I decided yes, it's worth fighting with the iPhone, the outdated computer that likes to fight me during the editing process. But I mean, there's so much left to tell. And this nice weather here, be a long story short, I've been having a lot of motivation issues and getting up out of the house, doing things. And that comes along with part of the whole depression thing that I live with every day. But I fight it. It is a constant quest for positivity. I fight it. You too can fight it if you're dealing with the same thing. And if I give up, not give up, but if I just stop trying, that doesn't put a very good example forward. So where am I though? Let's get off that negative subject. Where am I? It's the Elgin County Railway Museum. And I wish these things were still going. They're incline rail from Port Stanley. You go to Little Beach, you can still see the clearing of trees going up the side of the hill where these were at one point. 5 cents to ride, and they had like a picnic area. From what I hear, like a little rest area at the top was like a nice little park. Could really use those back in service again. So today, it's a little bit of wind. Not much wind, but a little bit. So today, I am actually going to try to document some history here for you guys and show you some pictures from the past. Flicks from the past, pics from the past. That sounds better. Keep in mind where I'm vlogging from right now. Back in the day, it would have been so busy with trains here. I wouldn't have been able to stand where I am. All this, as far as the eye could see, trains. That being the Queso station. I'm going to get to some other pictures of that from back in that day shortly. But yeah, this was the Michigan Central Trail Yard rail repair station. You had a train engine that needed fixing or something fabricated for it. Usually it would end up here if you were in this vicinity. I just actually had to do double check on the date of this particular part of the facility. This was 1913. This is MCRR, Michigan Central Railroad. And there was a whole complex of buildings. On the other side of this, there was another building similar that was a bit longer. And then there was a full turntable with the rail houses coming off of the sides. Like it was a grand complex, but it was let to go. So anyways, let's get on to these flicks from the past, starting with that Queso station. I've tried to do my best to line up the original frame. This guy over here thinks I'm filming him. No sir, not you, just the building. If you notice from this picture, you'll see in the original black and white that I'm trying to match it up with. There's quite a bit missing that doesn't need to be on the building anymore, I guess, like all those stacks on the roof. There was like 7 or 8 stacks up on that roof, all to do with the heating, I imagine. And then the awning around the whole outside of the building. And not to mention all of these tracks. Where's my finger? Here it is. All these tracks that used to run all the way in and out. Just kind of give you a bigger picture. We got a bunch of signs in the way. Okay, we'll move over here. There's the Railway Museum over here. But all the way over to those lights, that ball diamond way over there. Not sure you can see those too well, but that is a ball diamond. All the way and along over here. It all used to be tracks. All for people coming and going from here back in the day. Got another spot I want to show you of this same building though. Alright, I've done my best to kind of line up to what this picture I'm about to show you guys is now. No intentions of a boom crane being there. Plus we've got a tree that's growing right up here. But have a look at the difference between then and now. So here is then. See, it's got the awning, the stacks on the roof. That awning, notice, goes all the way around, and then till now, where the awning is only right down, a little bit they've restored down here in the boardwalk around the outside. And notice in the old picture, we'll go back to the old picture, there's a set of tracks running right up in front of the north side of the building. That's pretty cool. I wonder if that was for the streetcar to bring people to directly here. Hopefully the wind noise ain't too bad. I apologize if it is. But yeah, tracks right out front. And then going to nowadays, where it's all parking lot. Alright, one more picture of this building. Different shot yet again. And here's the next shot. I just did a best matchup as I can. I'll show you something real quick that's gonna throw a few people off. This is the same spot. The signs just face the other way in the old picture, but it is the exact same one. But if we stand right here and fade to the past. There you go. How is that? You can see a lot's changed in the days since then, but otherwise still very, very recognizable. Now I was wondering whether this switching spot right here was still going to be here, because back when that photo was taken, the track stayed straight level, but the road, it came down and under in an underpass, and then they've since filled it all in. So I was concerned that they might have removed that, but one more shot so you can see time difference photo. Quite a difference, eh? I think I'm going to enjoy doing these time and difference series. A lot has changed. Now we got to go right over here because there's another picture of this whole area. Actually, right here might do. Let me check. Okay, so this next one's a little bit harder to line up. I was thinking for some reason that there was a telephone pole that would still be in this shot that was there back in the day. I imagine. I'll point the pole out for a second, but it would have been right in around here somewhere. But how's this for a time difference photo? That's right, on the corner here you had the hotel, which ended up becoming Birdie Bob's, ended up burning down and being rebuilt as this one-story bar. Kenny Iguanas, I think it was, and now it's Destination Church, not a bar. And then between the time that this old photo will flash back again, between the time that all this stuff stood here to now, there was a YMCA building standing here that came and went, it's gone. But there you go, Talbot of intersection, the intersection of Talbot and Ross Streets, quite the difference. And I do believe the date on this picture here is one of the older ones. I think it's like 1910. I'll have to try and put up the credited date when I do the edit for the video, just so you guys have kind of a rough time frame of where and when it was. But if you look in that picture one more time, you'll see that not only have both of the west corners of this intersection changed, but there was a little shack type thing on the right too. I imagine I probably had to put that picture in 4 or 5 times by now. But we'll move on to the next location. So for the next spot, if the wind isn't overpowering the microphone, we gotta come past my favorite little train station that's not actually really a train station. Okay, so this next location, now current days, you might actually be looking, well, you would actually be looking down Princess Ave. That's Talbot Street that way, St. Catherine's over there, Princess there. But I'm going to switch it around to the other camera just so I can show you, and then we'll do the time comparison. So here, roughly is the best I'm going to be able to do with all the traffic and everything going on today. But you can see the TTG building right up here has not changed much at all. The street itself has. That's right. It's been rerouted and it actually comes up, not even in focus, it actually comes up and over because they had to make room for that cenotaph and they didn't want it jotting over. Now if you look in this old picture, I'll flash to the old picture right now. A lot has changed. You can see what looks to be a livery stable. Or I'm pretty sure that was a livery stable. Hang on a second. And then right up to this side, we'll go back to the old picture again. Drake Hotel was over here, and then I think that was a stable of sorts behind it. So yeah, and then we got one more spot that is right over where that school bus is, looking back this way. So you guys will have to excuse the bit of a messy hair. I'm pretty sure it's already been messy. Wind picks up, you know. For our last spot, our last location, to show you guys of a historic look back in time here in St. Thomas, pics from the past. It's right here where the LP&S, London and Port Stanley train line, rail line, would have run through Alright, enough of that. We'll just get on with the time picture. You ready? So currently looking west. I gotta make sure there's no traffic coming. Currently looking west down Talbot Street, and then if we fade into the past, there you go. Isn't that cool? Like, you can see the differences between now and then. So yeah, I'm hoping that a lot of these shots and locations, especially this one here, looking into the past, St. Thomas, Talbot Street, keeping in mind that picture is probably about 100 years old, and hey, I know him. He gave me trouble for having a helmet strap undone on my e-bike one time. All in all, a good day for filming. Actually pretty warm out. Just enjoying the weather. I hope you guys are getting out and enjoying the day too. Oh yeah, one more historic look down the rail line. Now, it would be great to see the London and Port Stanley rail line come back through. Be able to hop a train, go down to Port Stanley, or be able to hop a different train, head on up to London for the day. That would be awesome. It would provide a lot more opportunities for travel too if we still had these trains here. Alright, well, I'm going to start moseying back towards the house now. I hope you guys have enjoyed this walkthrough with pics from the past. We'll fade out one more time to the old historic photo, and then back. Well, a few hours later, and there's one thing after doing all that editing and trying to put that together as smoothly as my computer would allow me to do, there's one conclusion I've come to. It's pretty dang cool to be able to take a trip back in time without actually creating some kind of temporal displacement unit of sorts. Don't get me started on time travel. But as for what we've got there today with doing the time indifference photos, yeah, that's actually a really good word for it. I think I'll use that. Time indifference. With St. Thomas and having so much photo-rich history it does, and the trains, things to show and things to share like that, and still having some of those original buildings to show how they've held up over the last, what, 100 years? 100 and... well, the one picture was, give me a second here, 1913, I think it was. So that'd be 105 years. 105 years around, and then, you know, the buildings that are still here still look pretty good. You'll see that as time goes by. Anyhow, it's late, I'm tired, got most of the edit done, just got to finish filming this ending. If there's any areas in town that you would like to see, if I can find the old photos for an area you have interest in, or an area of Talbot Street, because almost all of Talbot Street was photographed back then to current day, so we can make it happen, or we can at least try. I really enjoyed doing this today, so I hope you guys liked it. Anyhow, like I said, it's late. I want to get this edit done and then ready to post for you guys tomorrow. I can't wait to see what you guys think of it. By now you'll have seen it, so let me know what you guys think of it. Anyhow, it's late. Do me a huge favor, if you're not yet subscribed, please hit that subscribe button. If you enjoyed today's video, don't forget to click like and share the video if you do that kind of thing. It's supposed to be a nice day again tomorrow, so we'll see if we can't get out and do something else fun. Just find something to have fun with. I love filming, and it's just getting that motivation to be up and out the door, and once I'm out, I'm good to go. Something like that. Anyhow, think positive, right? I always say that. Think positive, stay positive, keep a smile on your face, and we'll see you here tomorrow. Good night. Vlog over.